on, guys? This is Shannon from 8 Lift. I just wanted to do this video. There's a lot of talk out there about who the greatest strongman of all time is, and I mean that's very subjective. Some would say Big Z, some would say Brian Shaw. You know, who knows? It's really hard to figure out. But I wanted to examine today who is the greatest strongman to ever compete at the World's Strongest Man competition. Only that competition. So I thought it over quite a bit. And I had to figure out how are we going to compile this. So I'm going to walk you through this real quick. So this list here is in an alphabetical form by first name. Now the way I'm doing this is I'm looking at in black here where we have appearances, in green we have points, which I'll get into in a second, and then in the blue number here is the average. So what this is, if you get first place, you get 10 points. So in Bill Kazmaier's case, he won 3 titles, so he would get 30 points, 10 per title. And then he got 9 points for second, 8 for third, and so on down to 10th place, which you would get 1 point. Okay. So in Kazmaier's case, he had 6 appearances for 54 points, and that is an average of 9 points per event. So he basically averaged a second place finish in his 6 showings at World's Strongest Man. All right, and then moving on down the list, as you can see, you have Brian Shaw with 15 appearances. He has 119 points with a 7.9333 average. Bruce Wilhelm, who appeared at 2 World's Strongest Man competitions, he won both that he appeared at. So naturally, he has a 10 average, only 20 points and 2 showings. Now this is gonna matter later. It seems unfair to give Bruce Wilhelm the 10 points, but that's what he's earned. But when it compares to appearances and the overall points, you're going to see how it all comes together. Don Reinhold, 3 appearances, 21 points for an average of 7. Eddie Hall, 4 appearances, 30 points, an average of 7.5. Gary Taylor, 4 appearances, 29 points, an average of 7.25. Jeff Capes, 6 appearances, 54 points, and average of 9. Hafthor Bjornsson, been in 9 events, 74 points, 8.2222 average. Jamie Reeves with 3 appearances, 27 points, and that'd be an average of 9. Yanni Virtanen, 4 appearances, 33 points, 8.25 average. My personal favorite, John Paul Stigmason. 7 appearances, 66 points, 9.4285 average. I believe it's Jocko Ahola. If I'm wrong there, please forgive me. 3 appearances, 29 points, 9.6666 average. Magnus Samuelsson, 10 appearances, 64 points, 6.4 average. Magnuson, 6 appearances, 58 points, 9.6666 average. Martins Licis, that's 5 appearances, 38 points, 7.6 average. Now, Marius here, you're going to notice there's a bit of an asterisk. And the reason that's there is, as you can see, his placings show at 5 first, 2 second, and a 4th. He was disqualified in an event. Now, there were 6 competitors in the event, but they scratched him. They didn't even award 6th place that year. They just scratched him. So he actually has 9 appearances, even though he has 8 placings, if that makes any sense. So he would get no points on that disqualification. So we have 9 appearances at 75 points, 8.3333 average. Mitchell Hooper, we've only seen him twice, so he's going to place pretty low on the list, but, we've only seen Mitch twice. He placed 8th once and 1st once, so that's 13 points for an average of 6.5. Alexei Novikov, we've seen 3 times for 26 points for an average of 8.6666. Phil Pfister, that's 7 appearances for 48 points, 6.8571 average. Viking Power, Sven Carlson, 7 appearances for 44 points, 6.2857 average. Ted Vanderpar, 3 appearances, 20 points, 6.6666 average. Tom Stoltman, 5 appearances, 44 points, 8.8 average. Vasil Verestuk, 2 appearances for 18 points, and that's an average of 9. And Big Z, Zydrunas Savickas, with 12 appearances, 97 points, and that's 8.0833 average. Now, when we break this down by category, what I've done, the same way they do things in World's Strongest Man, the person in first gets the high points, the person in last gets the least points. So in this particular setup, there have been 24 men that have won World's Strongest Man. So naturally, first place would get 24 points, last place would get 1. Okay, so as you can see, in appearances, Brian Shaw leads by 3 appearances, so he gets the 24 points. Big Z in second, Magnus Samuelsson in third, Hafthor Bjornsson in fourth, and Mariusz Pudzianowski in fifth as far as appearances go. And then you can see on the list if you just want to keep on reading. As far as the points they've made, you've got big Brian Shaw right up on top there with 119. Big Z with in second place with 97. Mariusz Pudzianowski is in third with 75. Hafthor Bjornsson is in fourth with 74. And John Paul Sigmarsson is in fifth with 66. And then we can go on down and take a look at those two. On your average, Bruce Wilhelm, naturally, only appearing twice and winning both times, gets to 10. He has a 10 average for 24 points. Jalko Ahola ties with Magnus Vermagnusson with 9.6666. John Paul Sigmarsson is in fourth, and Kazmaier and Capes are tied in fifth. You'll notice across the board here that Kazmaier and Capes literally tied at everything, which is really, really incredible. So you're going to see on the final page here that I actually have put Kazmaier above Capes. And the reason for that is because Kazmaier won one more title than Capes did. And I think that's a pretty fair assessment. And also when you consider we didn't get to see Kazmaier to his full potential. He was uninvited to World's Strongest Man because he was just far too dominant. So it's arguable. In my opinion, after looking at these stats, the only X factor in all this is Bill Kazmaier, because we never got to see Bill do everything that he could have done. So it's one of those things where it is what it is, but as these numbers stand, this is where he stands. So he actually, John Paul Sigmarsson would actually come in first with 59 points, Shaw in second with 58, and Big Z in third with 57. I mean, look at that. Look how close that is. And then Pudzianowski right behind by just another half point. And another full point is Magnus Vermagnusson, and then Hafthor's just 2 points. It's just so crazy how close all of these guys are. But it goes to show the caliber of athletes that appear at World's Strongest Man. It's no surprise to me really that in the top 10 that everybody's so close. But speaking of top 10, Tom Stoltman. He's already in the 10th position. He's only been at 5 World's Strongest Man competitions, and he's already this good. I mean, he is going to be one of the all-time greats. There's no question in my mind. And not to take anything away from Mitch Hooper, we just haven't seen much of Mitch Hooper. But let him win another title or get another podium, and he's just going to shoot right up this ladder. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting to revisit this every year and redo this every year. Presently it's December 13th of 2023. So this is where things stand as of today. But it's going to be so interesting to see where this ends up. And I'm going to be really excited to follow up with this video. But this is what I've got. Everybody, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments down in the comment section. Please don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to know more about 8Lift, you can check us out at 8lift.com. Um, and if you want to support us, you can go on our merchandise site. There's a tab there for our online store. Pick up a shirt, a water bottle for the gym, anything like that. But hey, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you think, and we hope to see you next time.